The Siddaramaiah-led cabinet on Thursday accepted the Justice John Michael D'Cunha report concerning the Chinnaswamy Stadium stampede. The decision reinforces the government's intent to pursue legal action against several private entities and police officials it deems responsible for the tragedy on June 4th, which resulted in 11 fatalities. The government's decision has drawn significant criticism because it appears to absolve itself of blame while placing responsibility on other stakeholders involved with the event, including its own police officers who were acting under orders. H.K. Patil, Karnataka's Minister for Law and Parliamentary Affairs, said that the cabinet accepted the report, which has decided that legal action will be taken against all those private associations involved, as well as its own police officers who are named in this report. He further noted that the report recommends legal action against IPL cricket franchisee Royal Challengers Bengaluru, DNA Entertainment, at least 3 office bearers of the Karnataka State Cricket Association, and at least 5 of its police officers, including the former Bengaluru City Police Commissioner B. Dayananda. The decision has added to the growing tensions between the Siddaramaiah government and its police force. In the Chinnaswamy Stadium stampede case, one IPS officer, Vikash Kumar Vikash, approached the Central Administrative Tribunal, which ordered his reinstatement. But the Siddaramaiah government approached the High Court to quash this CAT order, adding to the strain. Several police officers are now disillusioned with the government since it was the latter's decision to hold the felicitation at Vidhana Soudha despite earlier warnings from senior police officials who had advised against it. Following this, the Chief Minister fired his political secretary K. Govindaraj for allegedly pushing for the celebrations and then contradicting the official stance of the government to the media. This tragedy occurred amidst widespread confusion when RCB Victory Parade, which was initially announced and cancelled in the same day and within hours, leading to a rush of an estimated couple of lakh people from the Vidhana Soudha towards a much smaller Chinnaswamy Stadium with a capacity of around 40,000. The Justice D'Cunha report recommends action against B. Dayananda, the then City Police Commissioner, Vikash Kumar Vikash, who was then Additional Commissioner of Police West, Shekhar H. Tekkanawar, the Deputy Commissioner of Police Central, C. Balakrishna, the ACP, and Girish, the Police Inspector, both from Kaban Park, in its report. The police had at the time intimated the government that it had a shortage of personnel, lack of CCTVs, and paucity of time, as it had to coordinate with multiple other departments like traffic to make arrangements for the RCB felicitation. M.N. Karibasavanna Gowda, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Vidhana Soudha Security, said in a letter dated on June 4th, the same day as the RCB felicitation was held. When they ordered for the committee, we knew that their body was covered in blood and this committee was an attempt to wash it, Arvind Belad, the deputy leader of the opposition, told reporters on Thursday. According to the D'Cunha report, the security provided by the police was inadequate and ineffective to meet the exigency. Only 4 pages of the report that he submitted to the government were shared with the media. The report states that out of the 515 men and officers deputed for bandobast, only 79 men and officers were posted outside the gates to manage and control the crowd. Even these men and officers were not visible at the venue during the crisis, Justice D'Cunha report states. The retired justice further added that the staff working in the control room failed to alert the security staff positioned in and around the entry gates, which contributed to the severity of the incident. The report added that despite clear signs of overcrowding, the exit gates were not opened on time, which was a serious act of negligence on the part of security authorities and the absence of emergency protocols. One of the key contributing factors, the report states, to the stampede was the improper and unscientific installation of the barricades and the narrow constricted entry gates. Misleading and last-minute announcements created widespread confusion among fans and followers, the report states. What would have been a moment of joy for the city after 18 years of waiting turned into a devastating tragedy. But the government's response to the crisis is making matters worse. Its decision to place blame on everyone else but themselves, effectively giving themselves a clean sheet, has not helped. The internal conflict, combined with legislators openly criticizing the lack of development funds and advocating for the discontinuation of its flagship guarantee schemes, has compelled the government to focus on its internal issues than addressing the state's problems. Adding to these difficulties are persistent infighting, increasing allegations of corruption, a visible inability to complete even basic infrastructure projects, and the deteriorating infrastructure in Bengaluru. These issues are compounding the problems for a government that still has nearly 3 years left in its term. The government's recent actions targeting its own police officers are only making matters worse and adding to its challenges, which could potentially lead to a bigger crisis. This is Sharan Puana from ThePrint.